Good morning, track fans! Check it out! It's New Year's Eve. Good morning! And an extra day to be excitable today because it is New Year's Eve. NYE, baby! Yes! Loving it. Love New Year's Eve. So how you all doing, Slyheads? Check this out. New look studio. Yes! Check it out. So I've been busy beavering away sorting this little chestnut out over the last few days. I told you it'd be a new look this week, and a new look it is. So I've got some great things to share with you today and talk over. It's New Year's Eve. See, a load of you have already turned up in the chat. Wasn't expecting miracles today because it is NYE, and who in their right mind is going to get up at 7:30 a.m. 7:15 a.m. because we all need to brush our teeth before we come on the show. Mingars. And yeah, who would have thought it? Who would have thought people would be up at this time of the morning? Bear in mind, we've got to haul our butts until midnight. Now, normally, come 10, 11 o'clock, I am licking my eyelids. I love it. Best make my way up north and go to bed. Not today. Today is the day we all get to stay up. And in some unfortunate cases, so do our kids. Young track fans, it's party time tonight. We'll be up, we watch all them adults getting sloshed, telling us things that they regret tomorrow. It's an excellent place for information, kids. Make sure you ask your parents, friends about things, because they'll tell you. They have no filter like parents. I love New Year's Eve, the best. So, how are you guys? What are you up to? NYE, baby. And I tell you, this is like, for me personally, over the years, this is the biggest night of the year. Biggest by a country mile. And the reason being is because my happy birthday is in 2 days. So it is on Tuesday, the 2nd of January. And when you're younger, like, you know, late teens, early 20s, no one, and I mean no one, has got any cash or energy left after New Year's Eve. But more importantly, nowhere's open. Like, everywhere is shut. Even London. Like London, you might get a couple of clubs if it's the weekend that are open by default. But if it's like in a week, no chance. So New Year's Eve is like my birthday party and New Year's Eve. It is a double whammy. Unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. So, what we got to look forward to in the show this morning? Loads of great stuff, of course. You guys are here. All I do is turn up, open the door, and sort of read out some comments. Brilliant stuff. We've got the best job in the world. No, what we're going to do, we're going to have a slightly different show. We're not going to have a look at tracks. We're going to just talk about the new year. Not the new year, come on, it's the last show of the year. Let's get some momentum, Pete. We are gonna talk about what's happened this year, our highlights and maybe some lowlights, but not too many of those. And then talk about what we expect, what we want to do, what we're going to do next year. Because it's good to have a plan, Stan, moving into the new year. So what we're going to do, who knows? I made some notes. Let me just refer to these because I did these earlier in the week and forgot about them. Ever so forgetful lately. Like what time my show starts. There we go. Okay, yeah, well, my notes are pretty much what I put in the show, so that's good news. Happy days. Gonna keep my phone visible so I can see if anything's happening. Ah, yes. Good morning, Rahul. What are we doing here? Let's get me let's take that away. Perfect. Okay, so let's get into the chat. 30 people already. 30 people on New Year's Eve. This is amazing. Thank you so much. What? Dick is in the house. 0500 hours here in the UK. I didn't do my housekeeping. Good morning. If you're tuned into this and you've never seen this mayhem before, you're watching Sunday Slotcast Sessions with me, Pete Brown. and Track Fans TV. Track Fans! There it is for New Year's Eve. We get together every Sunday at 7:30, and there's an additional show for members every Wednesday about 8:30. But Sunday's where the bonkers happens. Very, very energetic show indeed. We like a bit of energy here. We try and do it this time in the morning for the young Track fans. But over the 9 months that I've been doing this weekly show, it turns out they don't get up at 7:30. So it's just you, me, and the dogs waiting for everyone to wake up. But that's what we're doing here. And Dick is straight in this morning, 5:09 a.m. But he is Australian, so it's sort of like, it's about 10, 12 hours. I can't never remember what it is. I could look at my phone world clock. So good morning, Dick. How you doing, mate? And you lucky people. Because for you right now, I think it's about 7 in the evening, something like that. You're going to be in the new year in like a matter of hours. We've got all day to wait. Although we don't have to wait to start partying. We just have to wait all day for the chimes. So when we hear Big Ben, boom, 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 it just sounds like that AC/DC track, Back in Black. Boom, oh, amazing. That's some good Track Fans racing music right there. AC/DC. That's what you want at 7:38 in the morning. Good morning, Rob. How you doing, my friend? One sec. Good morning to you. And Daz is here. He's been tail-ended in. Normally, Rob and Daz are in yesterday when I do the thumbnail to say, yeah, live stream's coming on. They are in this morning, so they must have been busy. Daz has got a new dog, everyone. He's got a cockapoo like me. He's black. He's called Ralph. He's a legend. Such a cute picture of him with his reindeer ears. If we've got time at the end, we might pop that on. So, yes, while we're all here together, like a big Sunday morning family, if you've not done it already, do us a solid, hit the likes for us. Most appreciated. Track Fans! Oh, Wild Man! Here he is. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, no. You're not very well. Mate, you want some honey, some lemon in the hot water, stir that up. Don't get any of that powder shit stuff that you get from the pharmacy. Just natural honey, natural lemon in your hot water. Boosh. If you've got a bit of a sore throat, different drink. Don't put salt in your honey and lemon, but hot water, salt, gargle that. Oh, does wonders. Just do that anyway. It could sound like a... Right then. So Rob, Eric, Slot Car Wild Man is feeling a bit down and, sending you well wishes, brother. I hope you're well. I just started to watch a video this morning while I was on other duties, let's say. Looks good. I love it. You got a little delivery there and an unboxing. I won't say who it's from, where it's from, because you really, guys, should go and support Slot Car Wild Man's channel and have a look at what he's got. But it was really nice to see the box on the table as he's describing it. And you just see the bottom side of his TV. And he's got Hugh's Garage running in the background. You can recognize that intro anywhere on the planet. Well done, Shane. That is some great brand positioning. And the nice thing is that I've got to do a new intro. I've got the music sorted out. Awesome. I've just got to do it. But I need to get my tracks sorted out. But we'll talk about the tracks a bit later. Morning, Rahul, my brother from a different mother, is in the house. How you doing, fella? I literally just saw your WhatsApp this morning when I sorted out my phone a second ago. So good morning, mate. How you doing? Rahul's going for 5 days of no sleep. Yep. Talk to Rahul. He'll tell you how to get through these moments of no sleep really comfortably. Let's have a look here. No, I wasn't there when you wrote this, mate. I was preparing something, a little feature for the show in a little while. For some of you who are regular viewers who view it all the time and have been following the show progression over the last 9 months, you'll remember this as a highlight, what we come up with a bit later. So I hope it tickles you like it did for me when I thought about it the other day. And my man here, Dave Slotter, is in the house. He is having a well-earned rest, Matt. I tell you, this guy, 25 days, videos every single day, and they're not like a minute or 2 minute, good 5-minute video every day. That was cool. I learned so much about coffee because I love coffee. Boosh. I'm not going for the coffee sponsorship. I prefer that you have that, mate, because that work was exceptional. So got that going on. Just got a Revo slot. I won't tell you which one. You have to go and watch it. Put the video out yesterday, but that is looking stunning. Really nice indeed. Yes. Anyway, we'll talk about progression in a minute. But morning, Dave. How's Rowan? And I loved your Christmas Day. Did love your Christmas Day edition because you had all of the jokes from our slot, which Mrs. Slaughter read out. And Marty from Two Lines killing it. He's a comedian with like 3 jokes. Awesome. I knew there's a reason we got on. He's a funny guy. Bo is in the house. Good Morgan, V Gates. He's not from Russia. He's from Germany, just in case you're not sure what that was. Brilliant. And Ian, he told me last night he would be up bright and early, and he is up bright and early. Good morning, brother. How you doing, mate? Oh, man, I've been having so much fun. As you know, I put on Black Friday Magnetic Racing. On Magnetic Racing's Black Friday day, weekend, 3 weeks, whatever they decided to push, I bought a load of lighting because I need it for the polycar track, and I couldn't afford to be let down by someone not getting the right thing. So I bought all the lighting, and then I issued the invoice list out to relatives who said, oh, I want to get you something. I'm like, well, club in, give us a contribution towards this. This is what I bought. Yeah, so I've been like working like Billy-O. I was on Mark's live stream yesterday. I can't think of his name. Is it Mark Slot Car Garage? Someone help me out. Rahul in the chat. You know Swan Valley's mate, Mark. What's his YouTube channel called? Well, please, Rahul. I was watching his live stream yesterday. He was tuning up some of these little AFX cars. And yeah, they were saying, I said, oh, I'm just in and out of the chat because I'm working on my magnetic racing lights, my magnetic racing stuff. And they went to me, oh, yeah, what are you building? So I'm like, two of these, one of these, one of those, finishing that one off. You asked. Oh, it's hilarious. So, but I sent Ian over a little image of the track last night, the polycar track. You obviously saw my video yesterday. If you haven't seen it, put out a video yesterday. What I did this year was I did what every YouTuber does, is they'll crack on with a project like my wood routed track. You all know I got that in sort of June time. Cracking on with it, 3/4 of the way through the kind of task that you do, and you think, oh, that would have made a great video. When it's too late, you can't unpick it all and redo it. So on the polycar track, where I'm building this one up, I'm actually making a point of recording everything I do and then deciding afterwards whether I want to do it or not. And in that way, I'm not going to get there 3/4 of the way through. Yeah, this would have made a great video and I've got no skin in the game. Excuse me. So I put the video out yesterday, as you saw, which is showing you how to build up the infill bits so that you get the whole track flush, and then we can start to mount scenery on there. There's going to be a slight delay because I'd ordered some foam, which apparently is all the rage to get some nice undulating scenery going with, surface going with. But it's not going to be here until probably next weekend, apparently. And can you get pink foam in the UK? No, you can't. It's on Amazon all over America, but we get white foam here, or the Oasis stuff that Tara was talking about in our podcast recently. And yeah, so I put that out, and then I did the lights. I put some lights on the track and sent an image over to Ian because Ian helped me out. When I bought this little puppy, that's right, this one that blocks out the sun here. I love this. I know everyone's seen this. Hold on. Let's hide that comment. There you go. I know everyone's seen this, but it's new to me. And boy, am I happy with this. I absolutely love this. See if I can get this to There you go. It actually works. And what you've got on the top is the little flashing light as well. It's just the attention to detail I love. So that is ready to go on the track. I just got to change this board to something special, which you'll see soon. And that can go on a track, and that is going to make a massive impact, huge impact. So that's what I was doing a lot of the time. But with the new look studio, this is what we're talking about. This is why I needed to expand a little bit, because I've got all my projects here lined up. So hang on, let me go this side. So what have I got? I've got to finish the barrel bar. I've got 4 advertising boards. Got my cafe that I've had for 2 years or a year and a half, I can't remember which. Got my Red Bull column that will complete the wood routed track. I've got the Marshall post, which I'm sort of almost through, as you can see here. Did it terrible build on that one. I've got the stand from Benjamin, which I'm going to build, and the stand is going to go here, right here, Benjamin, pride in place, because I've got all of my cars up on the shelf where they used to be that are not in boxes, so they're going to go on Benjamin's stand. And then I've got my collection, or my would-be collection. So as I start to get cars, and I'm going to keep them in boxes, I'm going to add it to there, okay? And I'm going to move all of them along. So actually, there. So the Batmobile, for any of you who hadn't seen the Batmobile, there's the Batmobile. It's a bit busted because me, Albert and Wolf played with it. See, live telly, unbelievable. Right, anyway, so that's up there. So the next car is going to go there, and they're all going to move along. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the track on Pete's collection over the next year. So that'll be one of the things to keep an eye on. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit of shelf space. So we're going to get it going on, and then we're going to have the stand here. So that's sort of progression on here on Sunday Slot Car Sessions, Track Fans TV. We'll keep that for in a minute. So we're going through the chat. The Fingers is here. Good morning, The Fingers. How you doing, buddy? Good morning, Gloria. If you're watching, I don't know. It might be late where you are. Pat's in the house. Good morning, Pat. Well done. How you doing, brother? I've got your... Here it is. Yes, mate. It's on the shelf now. Right there. As I point to it. Yes, good morning, Mad Dad. He is here. He's with us. How you doing, fella? And just race through this. We'll crack on. I was speaking to my mum yesterday, Gail Spencer. So keep your ears out. If Gail Spencer pops up, then let me know. Just gotta stop my swearing then. Full house. Yes, Dick, it is a full house, and it is going well. New Year's Eve and everyone is awake. So we'll get a show on the go in a minute. Oh, toast. Did somebody say toasted crumpets? I had crumpets yesterday. Oh, with butter, real butter, not Marge, and jam. Oh, you forget how good they taste. And then as soon as they smelt them, the family piled on and we got no more crumpets left. Hello, Mark. How you doing? You can't believe you're awake at 2:30. It's currently 2:50 now for you, bro. Are you still awake? Or are you doing the classic? Are you doing I'm going to stay up as late as possible on the day before New Year's Eve. So by default, I'm so tired that I sleep up in New Year's Eve. And then I have more energy, more go-go juice for the night time when the party's happening. Yes, That's the strategy. But lovely to have you on board, mate. I know it's late and I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. I tell you what, if there's a show that's going to keep you awake, it's going to be this one, right? Oh, I love it. Come on. Mark is here. Mark is up. Good morning, Mark. How you doing, mate? Nice to be chatting on Messenger. Cheers, Pat. Appreciate it. And thanks, Daz. I've just got to the 7:30, so I've just got to the first viewing comments of the new studio. I think I wanted it. The side look is good, but I had bursitis, which meant my elbow went out like this. It was a massive big balloon, and I've got a feeling it's presenting like this every week, you know, on the side. So I thought I'll build myself a thing. I'll do a proper thing in the background, and then that way, all of the clutter of my projects, all of the stuff, the paints, the cars, the screws, the tools, everything I just need out for various projects at various stages can stay there, because, you know, it's very distracting for Slot R when I've got a mess in the studio. He can't function. So this is a clean space, a professional space. Got Tony Tibbett's sign right here, pride of place. I love that sign, Tony. Brilliant. Good morning, Tara. Here she is. I don't know if Steve's in the house or if it's just you solo, but if you're on your own, good morning. So everyone's saying hello to Tara now. Jake Baldy, how you doing, matey? How you doing, Janu? Where's little Pete? Well, if you want to bring it up, I'm going to do a little unboxing of this, but since it's New Year's Eve and we're all track fans together, you got up early, you get a perk. There it is. My scan. So if you go back to the winter slot car market and go about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through, you'll see me being scanned by Guy, the fabulous Guy from Slot Track Scenics. And they are cutting edge. Look at this. And the nice thing is, I mean, they're one of my few model providers that I go to, of course. But I got a mini-me. I've got a clone. I got the clone that I wanted all these years that you guys really didn't want. Me getting a clone. Vince is in the house. Yes! My brother's here. Come on. Is Albert and Wolf up? Wolf. Morning, Vern. How you doing? Don't forget it, Vern. Brilliant. What is up, Slot Car? Hey, Mark. Slot Car Daddy. Hubert is in the house, mate. No. It's not Hubert. Hubert Slot Car Fun, Slot Car Daddy. Oh, I can't keep up with these slot car people. As you'll see later. Thanks, Dick. It's my birthday. It's my birthday on Tuesday, not today, before you pile on with the happy birthday messages. So I'm doing my mum here. Here he is, Benjamin. Good morning, mate, from Malta. We got a proper international show going on here today. We do every week, but really good this week. We got slot car enthusiasts from Australia, from America, from Canada, from Germany, from Malta, from the UK, from Scotland, from Wales. Actually, is Dan in? I don't know if Dan's in. We'll count Scotland out for the moment. But yeah, all over the world. Get in there. Wake up, Booney. Boone's here. Boone is not sleeping since his accident. Boone fell off the ladder, sorting the lights out. We all sent him well wishes. He's well on the mend. He's doing live streams. He's doing. Oh yeah, if you're not familiar with Boone's Garage, get yourself over to YouTube, or better still Facebook, because he's hosting a whole load of activities over there. He's got a Facebook group, Boone's Slot Car Garage. He's got a YouTube channel which is literally world famous. It is amazing. It's the thing that hooked a lot of us into into slot cars and definitely realizing we can get a fix of slot car action on YouTube. And he also runs a Patreon page where you can become a member of his channel and get some bonus content and some goodies and some insight from the man, the myth, the legend that is Boone. So thanks for your company, Boone. I don't know if you've fallen asleep yet, but like you say here, you know, you ain't sleeping. The amount of medication you're probably on, you are in with Wildman and Rahul all over the nights. Hate not sleeping, but you get so much done when you can't sleep. Brilliant stuff. So nice to have your company, mate. Sorry, just got distracted slightly on that one. So some well wishes for Boone. Yeah, and Cribbit is here. Morning, Cribbit. How you doing? Right, we are catching up nicely to the chat. Yeah. No, Boom gets like that, doesn't it? It's like when you start reading out the chats here, and it's actually they start chatting at 10 to 6 in the morning, 10 to 7 in the morning. By the time you get to 7:30 in the chat, it's now 8 o'clock. So I'm almost there. I'm going to just sort of catch up. Right, here we go. Got a question in the house from Daz Superfan. Pete, if I did not find your channel in 2022, I don't think I would have took up slot cars as a hobby. Perfect. Who else has used social media? Because YouTube is actually social media, believe it or not. Who else has used social media, has been tinkering around, finding out whose birthday it is this week, and then stumbled across something that you didn't expect to see that has turned your head and got you right into it? Whether it's slot cars, whether it's RC cars, RC vehicles, whether it's drones, whether it's, I don't know, rock painting or left-hand cooking or whatever it may be. Have you had an epiphany like that where you've been like, oh, I love this, and then you got into it? I think that's what happened to Daz from what he's saying here, is that he was having a look through in 2022 and he's got into slot cars. I'm very humbled that you found my channel. I'm surprised it didn't scare you away, to be honest with you. We're like that. What is this joker here doing, making these videos that are absolutely low grade? But I'm glad it gives you some kudos, and you know, it's making for Albert, and I'm glad some other people get some joy out of it. I certainly love making the videos. For me, that's a big overriding part of therapy, as we talked about a couple of months ago, when we did our mental toughness episodes with Rahul. And we also had some other contributors for it. And we were chatting away saying, does this give you release? Well, yes, it does. We all need something to escape to, wherever it may be. Is it cooking? Is it racing? Is it slot carring? What is it? What distracts you is the ultimate thing. And that's what did this for Darren. And Darren, from chatting behind the scenes, is a good friend. He's had some challenges like a lot of us over the last few years. So for someone to find something that gives them the escapism and the joy and the freedom to do what you want is amazing. So I'm really pleased, Daz. Thank you ever so much for putting that on. It means a lot, and it helps other people as well. Wolf is in the house. Wolf is in the house, everyone. Stand up. Wolf. Wave, Wolf. Wave. It's a me and Wolf thing. Don't worry, everyone. 6:30 in Melbourne, half an hour, 20 minutes ago. So yeah, you guys are getting close. Are you already on the sauce then? Are you already knocking back a few cough medicines? What's the score in Australia? Where's Travis? Travis! Come on, Mark. Come on, Travis. So Travis is, I was having a chat with him last night. He has enjoyed Christmas. He's having a nice Christmas session with his family. And we all know Travis doesn't drink. Travis goes to the gym, pumps some iron. But that's a good thing, because when Travis does drink, it doesn't take Travis much to get drunky, does it, Travis? So no, it'd be nice to hear from you, mate. Hope you're well. And all the other Australians, Reese, Dick, Pat, Shane, the rest of you know who you are. Yeah, see, do you know, Told you I'd get a clone, didn't I? Harry's here. No, Boone. This is like, this is what I'm like normally. And yeah, unfortunately, this is literally what I'm like normally. I just have too much fun. Life is about having fun, I tell you, because there's so many. I'm going to swear. And sorry, kids. If you've got kids, cover their ears. Give you a 3-second warning. 3, 2, 1. Yo, life is full of some right miserable bastards in there. Yeah, right miserable. Life is against me. No. Tell you, get into slot cars and try tuning a slot car. Then you'll know what's against you. But first world problems, aren't they? Harry's in the house. Good morning, Harry. Live in from Latvia. So there you go. Add another country to the channel's inclusivity. Oh, I hate that word. Inclusivity and equality. Don't get me started on it, because inclusivity and equality are two different things, like oil and water, that actually can't work together. Next week, I'm going to show you exactly. I might do. If I forget, it won't be a bad thing. Why they won't work together. Really fascinating bit of science to it. And when I show you it, it'll blow your mind. And you'll be like, why are we trying so hard to fail? Anyway, what's Reese saying? Oh, yeah, you lucky devil. What are you drinking, Reese? What's in your glass at the moment? I personally, yeah, let's have it. Well, we'll do it all again in a minute on a feature. But what will you be drinking tonight? Do you drink? If you don't drink, well done. Because drinking literally is the most damaging substance you can actually take. There was this list of things I read once, and it was the top of the list. And it was top of the list over some pretty other sharp substances. But do take it careful if you are going to have a little drink tonight. Definitely don't drive. Don't be an idiot. Don't drive, don't drink, don't drive. It's not cool. And if you're too young to drive, like if you're one of our young track fans and you see someone trying to, they're going, yeah, we're going now, yeah. And they've been drinking, tell someone that they've been drinking and do them a solid. It's not worth it. The people who are drinking and driving, they don't get injured in a car crash that they create. They're the ones that walk away and they don't really feel any issue with what they created. So don't drink and drive, all right, unless you're on the slot car track, and then drinking and driving becomes a whole new ball game of acceptability. Just don't use your best cars. Don't use your shelf queens for that. I tell you, I'd love to get together with you guys and have a drunken slot car racing session. Man, that would be hilarious. Should we do that? Oh, on the Jolly Boys outing. Oh, that is a great idea. We'll take over, I don't know, we'll find some ropey old spit and sawdust pub somewhere where there's like 2 punters a night, so that it's not a massive like thing. We'll take down a track, we'll set the place up, and we'll have a few drinky poos and we'll have a race and see what happens. That would be hilarious. And the loser of each race has to do a shot. And each race is going to last 2 minutes. So you can tell that carnage is going to be like after 1 hour. Amazing. Right, just catch up. I'm just going to race through a lot of these. There's a lot of chat between you guys. Yes! Look who it isn't. He's awake. Oh, I hope you're still awake, Deleon. Rob is here. This is half an hour ago. Oh, I knew he would turn up. I knew he would sneak in. All right. So I am literally going to just skip through. I knew Hubert was in here. Morning, Hubert. There he is. Good morning. Love it. Cheers, Rob. Thank you, mate. Got it going on. Polycar kindly give me the track for the garage, as you know, from earlier in the year. So humbled by that. Maurizio, Josephine, you guys are utter legends. Thank you so much. So yeah, so why not? Okay, let me get to it and we can get on with our show. This, believe it or not, is my second cup of coffee. But that is a good cup of joe. How strong I make my coffee is a different conversation, obviously. I want some of that one that sent Dave Slotar into Chipmunk Pete. I want some of that. That looked amazing. I think it was Brazilian. I'm not screwing the Batmobile in because we were playing with it, and to be honest with you, I've lost the screw. Yeah, I know. There's never enough space. As you'll see from my polycar track, it's pretty populated. Yes, do say hello to Gloria for us, De Fingers. I love getting the wider audience involved, let's say, with the slot people's partners. So good morning, Sue. If you're listening, that's Rob's sales partner. Good morning, Sue. She has had some medical treatment recently. I'm itching to find out if that's actually done the job for her. She's been under the weather and no one wants that. Happy wife is a happy life. So when your wife is injured, ill, or feeling the fray, it's bad news, isn't it, boys? Bad news. Oh, mate. Hang on. I've got a question. Whoa. Yes, Daz. Thank you. So, are slot track scenics going to make the figure of you available? Just catching up with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip this. I'm about 5 minutes off the back of the chat now, so I'm nearly caught up. But this is the mini-me. Like that. I don't know. You can phone up Guy or David at Slot Track Scenics and ask them. I've always told them I got absolutely zero problem with anyone wanting to use any intellectual property that has me in it. None at all. In fact, I think every track out there should have their own mini-me. As in like mini-yous. Not all me. No, God forbid. It does, the fingers. It really does. I give it to the missus yesterday. Sorry, phrase that. I passed the figure to Tara's wetting herself now. I passed the figure to Maria and she goes, "Is that you?" I was like, "Yes, it is me." So here we go. So I don't know. I think they might do. But check it out with them. Drop them an email or give them a ring. They're old school. They've got the number on the website and you can call it. That's the way forward, guys. You need your numbers. We need to talk to you. I can answer a question in 1 minute on the phone that takes me half a day to get a reply by email. Now, it's not a slant. I know that you're busy people in the slot car places, but I'm old school. I do like a natter, says the man who has a talk show. Oh, mate, this is very kind. Thank you so much. Dick's enjoying the channel. Dick and I are literally like brothers. We've got our own little pet name for each other. It begins with a C. And loosely, you can work it out. That old-fashioned term that you'll see you next Tuesday. That's like a little kind of, an endearment between Dick and I, between each other. You're welcome, Dick. You're welcome, Boone. Boone, you're good. You're a great guy, mate. You're an absolute great guy. Yeah, he is totally busy. And fair play. Oh, hello. Zazapa is in the house. And Portugal is on the list. Yes, another country. How are you doing? Bom dia. No, that's good day in Spanish. My Portuguese is rusty, but even though I've dealt with them for 20 years, I used to deal with factories, a couple of factories over there in Lisbon and Porto. Great. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I like that. That's actually what Tara's saying here is right. We are an international community. You imagine it, like when we go out and get together at like the swap meets, the race events, and you're seeing people coming from Eindhoven, from Belgium, from everywhere, really, Italy, It is really cool just to have some really good friends. And the internet, as much as us old fossils, we complain about it, it's actually given us a pretty good social network, because without the internet, I would have no show, no friends, no prospect. But there you go. Right. Okay. So, God, blimey, you guys are on fire. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Rolf from Sweden. And good morning, Steve-O from Stoke. I think from Stoke, from memory. It's Steve-O, Staff Slot Cars. Yes. Right, I've just zipped it up to the top of the stage, top of the channel, so we can get on with today's show. It's all very well me chatting around here, but we got a show to get on with. And I'm very conscious we've got the biggest day of the year, if you're a party head, the biggest day of the year, NYE. The place to be. Right then, so NYE, New Year's Eve. Thumbnail. I thought I'd go for my track on this week's thumbnail. Why? Because not because I'm vain. No, not because I'm vain. Because I want to look at this exact same image next year on New Year's Eve, provided I'm still doing a show, all right, and everything's gone well and we're all still here and healthy and the internet's still working and Skynet hasn't taken over. Just my observation for AI. And yeah, so I wanted to do this now. This is what it looks like now. And in 1 year's time, do the same image and see what it looks like then. I know it's only a small section of track, but in the next year, I think I should have done that little section. What do you reckon? Dick, no, really appreciate it, mate. It's all our faults because you turn up here every week encouraging me. Oh, I love it. And I love the fact that we got Steve in the house. That's a really good shout, because if I just reach over to the area, I love it when you got this stuff to hand. But yes, look, I've got my old trims. They are ready to go from Staffs. He's got a website. It's coming soon. His son's doing it. His son's in uni, and this is very much a project around uni. So bear with Staff Slot Cars. The website is coming soon, but whatever you need, you can get via Facebook, via Pendle, via Weevils, via Roger Barker Slots, via whoever else is out there, Scale Models. You know, you got to hook him up. He's flooded the market with his wheels. He is a proper wheels and tools pimp, and we got to love him for that. So definitely there. Yeah, track here. Can I share your track with the viewers, Rahul, or are you doing a video? Are you going to bring that out in your own time? Just let us know before I flip over and ruin your life by sharing your track with the viewers when you wanted to do a big unveiling. Yes. Well, to be honest with you, what I'd realized was, I'll get a bit technical here, guys. What I realized was when I was doing this car, this Legend that I sprayed up, I bought a set of these because it's going to look cool. Actually, tell a lie, I bought the gold ones for this Legends that I'd sprayed up because the gold was going to work with all of the ancillary details. However, the wheels were too small for the gear meshing that I've used. So I've realized they do bigger wheels. I've only been doing it a couple of years. Roll. What secret? This is bad. I don't know what secret. I generally don't keep secrets, so I'm not sure what is a secret, if that makes sense. Put it in WhatsApp, because I'm going to flip over to WhatsApp. Don't want to share your track with people. So we're not having a track focus on this session, by the way. It wasn't the intention. The intention is to do a bit of a bit of oh right, okay, I'm with you. Yes, I've just seen it in there now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share Rahul's new layout track. Conquest Racing Club is in a Dick. Hate to do this, but you're off. Got to get a late barbecue. You're so Australian. Got to get a late barbie, mate. Yeah, good on you, Dick. He's going to spend a bit of time with his better half, have a barbecue, kick back, couple of suds, and think about the year ahead. You're the man. Dick, love being your mate. I love meeting you this year. You are literally right up my street when it comes to friends. Right up there in terms of banter. No filter. Nothing is off limits when you can chat, when you chat to Dick. There's like a few rare people, Dick, Rahul, Trav, Dave, few of them I can talk to with no filter. I can have an adult boys conversation, things that are bothering me or things that I'm not sure about. No problem at all. Dick is in there and he would tell me to see you next Tuesday if I was being one. So, yeah, Happy New Year, Dick, to you, the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, that's right. So, now, gonna share the track. Rahul, he can't sit on his hands, and I love him for this. He's like me, he's got itchy feet all the time. He's just redone his track. He's calling his track The Dragon's Tail. And I am going to share it with you. Here we go. Right then. Check that bad boy out. Oh yeah. That has got enough juice in the game to get a couple of good seconds full throttle down that far. There it goes. Wow! Get in there, Rahul. Check that out. So that's what's happening over at Conquest Lair's basement. Conquest Racing Club's basement. Conquest Lair is his merch shop, which is nice because what we're doing together this year is we are, in the new year, is we are collaborating. We've got a new show coming out, a new live show, bi-weekly, everyone. 2 weeks, get your fix. 1 week it will be on Conquest Racing Club's live section. 2 weeks later, it will be on my live stream section, then Rahul's, then mine. So once a month, we've got a new feature on each of our channels where we're just getting together to have slot car shenanigans between us, a review of the good stuff, request of the great stuff. So whereas this is a topical talk show, current affairs, general madness, as you'll see in a minute, this is going to be a little bit more refined, but the usual balminess that you would get from me and the cool-headed level playing field from Rahul. But together we're going to make this kind of weird concoction of like just... It's going to be incredible. I can't wait. So the first one is Rahul. When's the first show? Because I've left my notebooks upstairs. Yeah, good layout. So we've got yeah, I love it. Wild man, brilliant. Version 600 is looking good. Yeah, I love the track. Really good. So got some good kudos coming through here. Got on the track. Dave Volk is in the house. Hi, Dave. I'll be honest with you, Dave, I chunked a load of the chat out to keep up with it. So if you snuck in and I didn't recognize it, sorry about that, buddy. But good to have you on, mate. Nice to see you, Dave. Thank you, the fingers. We are looking forward to. We've got a good plan, got a bit of structure. We're organized, which is something that Rahul is very, very organized. I am organised if I know I've got to be organised, but otherwise I just get on with it, which is why I like to do the show, because I become organised then. If I know I'm doing this, I know I've prepared for it, it's a plan, I'm on the game. So a little bit late into the show, but young track fans, it's time for you guys. Albert, Wilf, in the chat, I know you are. Good morning. So Albert and Wilf there. my nephews, for those of you who don't know, the whole reason the show is here and the channel is alive because these are my inspo. Hashtag inspiration, as I say. Good morning, Cam. Morning, Ruben. Good morning, Jacob. These are my next level racers. Morning, Sasha. Good morning, Isabella. George, Charlotte. Good morning, Lewis, Elliot, Leo, and youngest but far by not least, Rowan. Good morning. He has no idea that I'm calling him out and saying hello. He has no idea what's going on right now other than Punamis. I'm not going to cover it again, but tune in to last week or the week before show. We covered Punamis in detail. Yes, January the 18th. So I'm going to launch it properly on my show next week. We're going to have like a little flyer. Rahul doesn't know this yet. Marketing department, we need a flyer that we can start to fly posts around social media, get the drum bank, beating the drum ahead of the show starting on January the 18th, everyone. It's called Slot Car Shenanigans, and it'll be Rahul and I bringing you the best slot car action every fortnight on alternative channels. It's going to be revolutionary. Cannot wait. I don't know if we're doing guests. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but we're generally going to run it between us and we're going to drive the hobby into the ground. No, I'm only joking. Hopefully we can uplift and keep this momentum that we've got going on ever forward. Now, it's party time. Not that I've mentioned it's my favorite time of the year. Sorry, I laugh at this, Dave. I love your metaphors. I think that's the word where you use a comparison, a metaphor. Bear in mind, Bread Bin, we grew up in the same sort of area, in the same sort of region at the same sort of time. So I know exactly what you're talking about. He's having a mad for it time. Rowan is baby Slotars edition, new edition. I wouldn't say newest because it's his first. He's a dad. Yes, he's a dad. But so Rowan is he's experiencing a New Year's Eve that he's probably not going to experience again for about 17 and a half years. Absolute genius. Well done. Cheers for the share on that, Dave. Yep, do that. Save the dates. Yeah, it's about right, Pat. Cheers, mate. So what are you guys up to tonight? What is going on in your place? Are you going out? Are you staying in? Are you having a slot party? For me here today, like I said in the opening gambit, it's my birthday in a couple of days, so I might have a little drinky poos and a relaxation session, let's call it, in the garage later. But I don't know about going out because what happens here, let me just take this slide off for a second. What happens is when you get older, if you're a little bit younger and you're watching this is a little glimpse of what's going to happen to you guys. You're going to get to age 20 and you're going to be in the whistle posse, blow. Not that I ever went raving at all. I used to love glow sticks. Glow sticks rock. Partly because if you go outside, you can see what you're doing. Brilliant. I'm already loving it. I am already loving it, Slot Car Daddy. It's just so much fun. New Year's Eve's amateur time. So I'm staying in. What are you guys doing? Are you going out? We've already got one drop away from the show. Dick is out the door to the barbecue because in Australia it is now 7:30 p.m. You guys are 7:30 p.m. America is about 3 in the morning. Wow, you guys are killing it. You're gonna have New Year's Eve in like hours, and us lot, well, no, there's no alcohol in the coffee, but we are gonna have a great time tonight. I'm staying in. Mrs. Brown's already announced that she's not even going to attempt to stay up to midnight. She's going to be business as usual for her. She'll be going to bed. I'm going to be business as usual. I say I go to bed at 10:30, 11 each night, but I'm always going to bed at 12, half 12. I get sucked in. And it's Ian Magnetic Racing's fault. Only because he's big enough for me to blame someone for it. He sucks me in because of his kits that I've got about 9 years of building to do. I'm not buying any more kits, doing any more anything until this is done. So here we go. We've got some things. Thrash metal. Half of that thrash metal, half of that Slayer and that Megadeth and whatever else you're talking about here was synthesized. Bo, half of it was synthesized, mate. It just had the screaming, face melting guitar solos in there. Oh, I love a bit of rock. My problem is I'm really eclectic. I love all music. So I don't mind pumping out some classical tunes and then putting a bit of Slayer on and then putting a bit of Baby D on. Who knows? Not Stevie D's, drag racing. That is another conversation. Baby D. I saw Baby D once at the Q Club in Birmingham. It's an old church that had been renovated to a rave, to a club. And they like all the embanked things, like how the pews go up the side and everything. And there's like 5,000 people in there. And Baby D come on and they did a PA and they sang "Let Me Be Your Fantasy." Oh, mate, the hairs on my neck are actually standing up thinking about it. 5,000 people singing along like a karaoke at 3 a.m. in Birmingham. It was a mess and it was amazing. Anyway, so here we are. Mad Dad is staying in. The rest of the... Oh, yes, he's got some more polycar. Oh, brilliant. I'd love to see. When you've got that set up, can you by some social media feat of genius, get me an image of your track so I can have a look at it, mate, and see what it looks like. Oh, so exciting. So Mark is watching American footy today and tonight. It's Sunday. A few ales will be joining in. What ale are you drinking? What's going on over in the US of A? Okay, so Tara's taking a Mrs. Brown's approach to new NYE. She'd be in bed before midnight. Rob Sale has got the grandkids coming round for some not so serious slot car racing. Are you going to let them onto your AFX track? Talking of AFX, guys, look. AFX. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. I knew I had it here somewhere. Slot Car Daddy's got the grandkids coming round. Excellent work. He's going to have a chat with that. I haven't done some housekeeping for a while. Just if you're tuned in and you're not familiar with what the hell you're watching, it's Pete Brown here from Sunday Slot Car Sessions, which is a weekly show on Track Fans TV. We are doing this every week, every Sunday at 7:30. It's your escape from reality. Just to get ready for the regular conversations through the day about the knackered fence, broken shed and shopping bill ahead of us. So this is your release, everyone. So I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you are enjoying it, please hit the like button for us because it helps promote the channel to a wider audience and lift the hobby up across to more people who want to know about slot cars but don't know it exists. And if you're feeling really fruity and you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button for us and then rattle the cowbell. We'll talk about cowbell later because I still haven't got that prepared. Dan, Swan Valley Racing, great YouTube channel. Dan, if you're watching this, do us a solid, mate. Can you email me a copy of your cowbell? You know what I'm talking about. If you've not got my email address, you can find my contact details on this QR code here. So literally just put your phone on that, hit the little lens button, scan that. It will take straight to my merchandising store and you can get my email address and phone number on there. Keep it clean. So Rob is with the grandkids, so Slot Car Daddy. Hubert is working on his new track tonight. Yes. Excuse me. Hubert's recently moved house. So he is actually building his new track up as we speak. I can't wait to see this. Hubert, are you making little videos as you go along on it? Giving little snippets of what you're doing. Don't have to be major, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes just to chat through where you're up to. Just keep us in the loop, because I love watching your stuff. He's one of the greatest English speaking Germans I know. Bo's a headbanger. He has literally, I know, I saw you, Bo. I saw you yesterday. So hang on a second. I literally saw you on Slottar's video. So at the start, he introduces the channel, then he introduces this new car, and he said, because it's a slot car day, I don't want to ruin his content. And then he shows a picture of the mosh pit erupting. Brilliant bit of VT, that. Excellent B-roll. That's where I saw you, Bo. You was the guy on the front row by the railing going, yeah! So that is why. Good morning, Carl. He's a bit late getting out of his scratcher, but he's adopting the New Year's Eve strategy of pushing his getting up time late as possible to try and feel better midnight tonight. It's not going to work, Carl. Come 10 o'clock, you're going to hit the wall. Just be prepared, right? You're going to hit the wall. The best thing to do is break out the polycar track and get on it. Oh, yeah, you got the HO layout. You should do some video of it, Rob. Get us some action shots of you having fun later. You can imagine Rob's there half caught on his spritzers, on his white wine spritzers, because he's so 80s. And the kids are like running, right, beating him on his own track. Nah, come on, Granddad, come on. Keep up, old man. He's on it. Oh, I've lost the plot here because I can't. Yes. Yes, Bo. Music is soul food. Exactly. Jules Holland. Nice. Interesting. Jules Holland. Who am I thinking of? Who was the guy? Not Peter Wardman. Who was the other guy? The pianist, who was on that Hornby Modeller's World. Was that Jules Holland? Just having a mental block. Well, I've got to know. I'm doing a Danny. I'm doing angry typing. Here we go. Yes. Oh, okay. There you go. What am I doing? Right, that'll do. Messing up my own show. Yeah, Jules Holland, brilliant. And we go partying in the Jam House in Birmingham, which is a club. That's his club. Brilliant for live. What is Power Taps? So Power Taps, Hubert, it just basically extends around the, it makes the power consistent around your track. So I think, yeah, there you go. So Pat's describing it a little bit here. Theakston's and Samuel Smith. Oh, Theakston's. Oh, you're a bitter guy. An ale. You really are an ale guy with Theakston's. Nice. Morning, DK. How you doing? Good morning. Welcome aboard, everyone. DK, welcome aboard, mate. Yep, that's the one. Cards Against Humanity. I had a customer, early in the year said that they got these Cards Against Humanity out I don't know, a birthday or something, and she said the kids were beating them at it. The kids were beating the adults against humanity. So this is what we're doing. If you've just come in and you're wondering why we're talking about Cards Against Humanity and not slot cars, it's because I asked you what you're up to tonight for NYE. Just to clarify, that's the question. Party time. So Steve is going out. Is that out? Yeah, he's going out. he's going out, and his son is going to join him. So they are going to get butchered up because Joe is in university, and the exactly last thing you want to do, Steve, is go drinking with students at your age. Okay, they're professionals, and they're mainly professionals because they haven't learned their limits yet. So they don't know. When you get that sort of feeling, that taste, you know it's going to be difficult tomorrow. Yeah, you had that filter in your mind. You go, it's going to be slightly difficult tomorrow because I feel like this now. And it's 9 o'clock in the evening and you've got about 6 hours left. Steve, I feel for you, mate, but do let me know tomorrow how badly broken you are. The cables of Langerung Dynastrecha. Yep. I don't know. Shane-o! How you doing, my friend? Good morning, Shane. Ooh, Pat's got a new shed coming on, a bit like Lee Slot Cars. If you're not familiar with Lee Slot Cars, that's the YouTube channel to watch. Lee's, I like the way Dave put it. The Slotar put it the other day. Lee's been through some challenges. You know, he's had some life. But yeah, really good. And he's got his new shed and he's got it set up, his shed, and he's working on his track. So Lee Slot Cars, that is a great YouTube channel to be on. Involved. I am not the Hulk. I'm not the Hulk, Wilf. You're the Hulk. You're the Hulk. Headbanging is not dancing, it's epileptic fitting. That's not the mosh pit, Dave. That is the mosh pit, I'm telling you now. Oh, I just see her reading the comments all day. It cracks me up. Yeah, it was Jules Holland, wasn't it? Big, yeah, and Pete Waterman on the Modeller's World. You can watch Hornby, the Modeller's World. It is on UK TV channel. I have no idea what that is on the television because I've got no TV. I got rid of the TV, you know, the TV watching box thing, the hub or whatever it's called. I got rid of that. I've got a router. That's it. No TV box. I don't need it. Why do you need a telly? I don't watch it. I watch Slotcar Staff or I'm doing things. Hey, Janu is watching me on the big screen. There you go, mate. It must be New Year's Eve. And Carl joined. Yeah, Carl's picked up an AFX Ghost Racer set over Christmas. A bit of fun before he gets his main layout. A lot of people are picking this up. Rob Sale got one. Paul Taylor got one. Carl Ears got one. Ian and Doug have just picked one up. So that's 4 people who have got the AFX tracks already. Yeah, I think so. I think that's where he made his popularity, by doing that sort of thing. But he was a TV personality for sure. Right. Yeah, you said it, DK. The kids are inheriting humanity. It's a very difficult marketplace, isn't it? The world at the moment for people to sort of drop into. Okay, let's get back on track. So New Year's Eve. So tonight, well done everyone for contributing and chipping in there and letting us know what you're up to. It makes for a good show for the people like Tony Tibbetts who are watching back because he's adopting the stay in bed as long as possible on NYE strategy. Okay, so right then, I'll just try and remember where I am up to. Right, so a little look back and what we're going to do, because as Dave Slotar says, we are at an age, I need an interval. So what I'd like you to do while I'm taking literally a 1.5 minute biology break is I want you to have a think about 2023. I want you to bring out your best bit And if you've had a bad bit and how you overcome it, that's always good to catch up with. But what's been your best bit of 2023? And then I'm going to talk through what I thought of 2023 and get your views on those areas as we go through it. So if anyone comes on and says, where the hell is Pete? I'm taking a biology break. I'll be back in literally moments. All right. So bear with me. I'll be right back. I'm back. Whew. Cheers for that, guys. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look. Right then, so best bits. Yeah. That's right. You know I can watch this stuff back, right? So, best bit of 2023 is from Rob. Obviously, non-family bit. So, is this community? Yes. Peter, love it. Yeah, some random guy. Hey, good morning. You had no idea what I was doing. Mum's in the house, everyone. Feel free to call her mum. Yeah, the fingers loves it. Yeah, Pete, no idea. He's out the door. Rahul, yes, your live stream was amazing, my friend. Really set the benchmark up there. You know what you were doing on there. Oh, really? Oh, bless you so much, Tara. Her best bit was doing a podcast with me a couple of months ago, and that was great fun. We got to chat with Tara. We know a lot about Tara anyway, but we got to chat to find out a little bit more about her, what makes her think, tick, and produce mind-blowingly an exceptional figure painting. So I didn't know that had that effect for you. So no, it's really good. Thank you, Tara. And I'm glad it gives you some confidence because you're a great person. Yeah, definitely. Wild Man, it is right up there for me as well. Community, Raw, best live streams, definitely. 23 for Slotar. Best bit of 23 was going to the Slot Fest and people I didn't know telling me they like my videos there. That's quite weird, isn't it? You get used to that after a while. Yeah. Mum, what are you doing tonight? What's your plan for New Year's Eve, Mum? What are you up to? Okay, so I've done a top 5 things that I thought would stand out for me. So for me, standout stuff in this year has been tracks and racing. So these are cars that I've raced this year. I've done a GT3, I've done a Classics, did a DTM, did a Brooklands. So this car in the bottom left hand, this vintage little puppy here, which is David Farrow's car. It's not mine. I'd love to have it. It was the, oh God. This is that back in January now. can't remember what the car is. So bad. But for me, it was about the racing. Was one of the things that I did, which was I didn't do last year, let's say. So competitive racing. Had the Polycar event at the Gaydon Slot Car Festival, which is where we saw David Slottar. We had the Winter Classics in January, which I raced that little vintage car. We had the Wales and West meets with the W, which I raced these two on the bottom right, the Mercedes AMG and the Porsche. And there were some other race meets as well. But for me, it was starting racing. I've done that. I've ventured out. I've given it a go now with a bit of confidence. And I won some races. I've truly got the bug. Now I need to get a car so I can get to the races. But I'll work on that. That's the driving force to get this liquidation bill paid off. And then I'm going to get a car. And then everyone will see everyone. Everyone will see me a lot more. Yeah, so there you go. Right, it has literally exploded in the chat. So let's just get up with that while we're having a look. Okay, so... Oh my God! So Daz mowed down a pedestrian this week in his truck. He drives 40-foot long lorries for the supermarkets, you know, the big ones that you just can't get past on a single road. He hit a pedestrian in it. Oh my God. I mean, did you reverse over him to make sure? Oh no, you said here he was fine. Sorry. Oh, Ralphie the Cockapoo. Yes, he is an absolute Bobby Dazzler, that is. And of course, we got to meet this year and then share a car journey or two at the Winter Slot Market. That was great. Best look of the year was the Slot Car Festival. Okay, so Julie and Mark, Roger Barker and Sean, if you're all watching this, get into some of the feedback. What did it get you questioning yourself over, Daz? The pillock walked out in front of your wagon and deserved to get mowed down. I'm sorry, I've got zero patience with pedestrians who think it's really cool just to walk out in the road while they're scrolling around on their phones. I hit them. I purposely, and if you're like sort of nosing up towards the traffic lights, I love this. I'm so bad. If you're nosing up, like you're coming up to the traffic lights, and then a pedestrian decides to just walk out in front of you, I wait until they're right in the middle of the car, and then I give it rock all on the horn. Ah! And then watch them with their phone and that, and they're like, "What are you doing? I nearly dropped my phone." And I'm like, "What are you doing? I nearly mowed you over." And they're like, "Get out of here." And then it just jog on. But I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong on so many levels, but I'm just trying to achieve getting someone to drop their phone, and that will teach them the lesson for walking out in front of perfectly serviceable cars and lorries. Don't question yourself, Daz. It's on them. It's literally on them. They decided to walk out in front of your lorry while you were driving on the road. It wasn't like you were driving on the pavement, was it? And they're, fair game. They might not have seen you coming. They can't even use that excuse because you're in a 40-foot lorry. It's not, you're blocking out the sun. It's like the eclipse. Oh, Gloria quit smoking this year. Who else stopped smoking? I've missed it from the chat. Yep. We're doing this as a higher purpose, Mark, I can tell you. Well done, mate. 65 videos is good going because yours are good. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like Rob's there, driver to driver. Rob's a driver. You're a driver, Daz. The driver's telling you accidents happen. I'm surprised that Rob stopped short there. He's a proper man's man. He would have been like, get in there, mow them down, aim for them, 10 points. If you're watching this, I do not condone driving into people with your car. Okay? Don't do that. Yeah, Mum, you're going to see New Year's in 2 hours before us. The Australians are literally already there nearly. Unbelievable. Anyway, let's get on with it. So racing was good. Slarty. Ah, brilliant. A Lotus Esprit lock car. Guys, help him out. Yes, I'll probably put all my legs on it that there's one in 15 different liveries and a James Bond livery and then everything else livery. And yeah. Slot R is bang on the money here. I tell you what, I slow down for 2 minutes and you guys are raging in the chat. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. It's brilliant. The law of averages you have, the more likely something's going to happen. A bit like a moving part. The more it moves, the more likely it is it's going to fail because it's a mechanical piece of machinery. It wears out. Pat drives all day. He drives his wife up the wall. And so, yeah, he can vouch for that. See you later, Cribbit. It was nice to have your company, my friend. Well done. And Slarty is getting some compliments on the fjords. There you go. Who's still here? Who's still here like I can hear you now? Hear me now. Oh, come on, wild man. You can do this, brother. You've had 5. This is what happens when you get ill. You stop things like smoking and drinking and whatever. And then you go, oh, yeah, I'm off it. Oh, I'll see if I can keep that going. And something happens. So, yeah. Good on you, my friends. I hope you can stop. Horrible habit. And Gloria, she's some kind of new messiah for stopping. Well done, Gloria. Big kudos. Yeah, you are. Accidents happen. You are going to get an accident, mate. Honestly, sorry to say. So, yeah, Rob's driven 85,000 miles this year. I mean, 85,000 miles. What? Okay, it's a really hard thing to get back in the saddle, but Daz, you're a good driver, mate. It does. I remember having a big smash up years ago, and a couple of days after when I was driving, it felt a bit odd. It felt a bit uncomfortable. I kept hearing the sound and smelling the airbags and stuff. So it sounds like you didn't have that experience, but it is a difficult one. But the guy's all right. The person's got up, walked off. There's nothing happening. So I think, you know, just get through it, mate. We're here for you if you need us. Perfect. So whilst we crack on with this, hang on a second. I just saw word heart attack. Oh, okay. So Mad Dad's a truckie as well. All right. So let's crack on with what I thought about it next. Oh, hang on. No, that's right. Just take them out. If you're on your phone and not caring about your own life, the top right or the top left, Vince? The Red Bull car. The Red Bull car is an Audi A5 DTM. It is a SCX. Yeah, this is a big problem at the moment over in the States, De Leon. A big problem is the looting. It's systemic. It's systemic from the opioid problem that has been created by these OxyContin business that's been going on for the last 20 years. It's a real issue. So I feel for you, mate. Is there anything that you can do to get rid of it quicker, as in the property, to get it sold off or rented out? Oh, look. Look who's just snuck in. You're never late, Nico. Never late, mate. Never late. And good to have you on board. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So that was number 5. Tracks, racing, cars, the lot. So number 4 for me. What was what did I really enjoy? And this come up quite a bit when I said, give us your slot car highlights of the year. A few of you mentioned festivals and swap meets and getting together. It's the sociability is what I'm talking about on the events. It's actually having somewhere cool that you can go to, and somewhere that has the stuff that you want on the most part, and is full of people that you can talk to in the queue and they don't get bored. Or in the words of George from Area 51 Raceway, great YouTube channel. Yeah, what are you into, George? What do you like to do? Yeah, I collect spores and fungus and spores. I can't remember which way around. And you see someone look at that, listen to that information, and then they just go. They're gone. Thanks, Wild Man. Track fans! Gotta do it! Oh no, you lost at your game yesterday. Wilf, what is going on? Carl, you're in the picture. I love it. And yeah, this is it. We get to see Tara and Steve and Ian and Doug. Well, that's not a great thing, but no, I'm joking. So we get to see our pals. And that is what it's about for me. Okay, yeah. So what Mad Dad is saying here is if he wasn't slightly ill or didn't have an indifference, it wouldn't have given him the time to get into his hobby and rekindle things. Okay, so events. Yeah, it's just been so good. And the events are getting bigger and better and more what was I just sharing there for like hours? Actually, I think I could have come good. So just a realization, I had screen sharing on the bottom of the screen, which means normally something else is on your screen, but I think it's okay. What? Two of me? How are you watching two of me, Wolf? Have you got a device on, an iPad, a tablet? Okay, so next 3. Experience. This year has been mega. Absolutely mega for experience. For me, I know I've been in the hobby or back in the hobby for probably 3 years now, coming on for 3 years next year. But this year has been the year where I've really got more experience, and I've actually started to sink in a little bit, you know? So things like tuning. So Wired on Wednesdays been a great tonic. Wired on Wednesdays is my weekly live members stream. So if you're a member of the channel, you come along on a Wednesday or watch back on a Wednesday. And what I said to people is it might sound a bit aggressive, but it forces us to have a bit of time for slot cars per week because we're so busy. Now, Slot Car 2021 is my perfect example of this. Great YouTuber. Go and subscribe to his channel. Paul is a lovely fella. Him and his son Leo are doing dad and son footage content now. And he's my perfect example because he is in life's the throes of life. Leo is about, I don't know what he is, 8 or 9 maybe. So he's in clubs, he's doing this, he's doing that. So Paul is doing what we've all done over the years. He's running around to after school clubs, weekend clubs. Then he's got him and his wife work irregular shift patterns. So when they get a moment that they're not working, they spend it together, which is right. Absolutely spot on. So his consistency for slot cars and the ability to do them. He could go 3 weeks sometimes without actually having a go, and it's driving him wild because he loves his slot cars. So for me, doing a wide on Wednesdays is giving us the opportunity to block out an hour to 2 hours a week where we tune up cars and we do some modeling and we talk about things that are bothering us, slot car related, not slot car related. It's really a safe space for members. So come on in. So that's what we do there. So tuning has been a big learning curve for me this year. Even earlier on this show, I said to you with the staff's wheels, I said, due to experience, I now know that I can get bigger or smaller wheels in the same look. So I've gone ahead and got those. I'm going to finish tuning my car properly. So that for me is amazing. Some other highlights for me, the experience this year is when I spent some time with Travis earlier in the year at the Slot Car Festival. Him and I literally lived together for a week and went around together. It was a great experience. It was good fun. It was a great time. He's genuinely a nice guy. And he put the rocket up my backside and said, yeah, Pete, what are you doing with your channel? And I'm like, oh, I'm making videos, getting on with it. So no. You got good content. You need to step it up a bit. So through this year, I've been experiencing new things like looking at analytics or collaborating with great people like Rahul, like Slot R, like Travis, like Slot Car Dude, DNA, whoever else. You know, it's been real good fun. Tara Strictly, Ian and Doug at Magnetic Racing, Pete Shepherd at Racing Rep. All these people I've had collaborations with. I've learned things from them and how to improve, how to develop and get better. I've learned a lot about videoing, good experiences with new techniques, streamlining the way I do things, and modeling. Not modeling like you would expect, as in like this, but more modeling like this puppy. And just in case you didn't see it earlier because you were still in bed, it's been noted. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it works perfectly. Check out this as well. Absolutely love that. This is, if you don't know what this is, the 8-head light tower floodlight from magneticracing.com. You too could be the proud owner of that. You just got to log on, go to the shop, scroll down to track lighting, scroll down to floodlight, go in there, select the 8 option from the 8-head option from the drop down, click buy, bosh that in your basket. There you go. I'm going to see if I can get a Track Fans TV discount code to get you a couple of % off the next purchase, but I don't know. Maybe an idea for 2024. So there you go. Right. Anyway, back on task. So for me, going to experience. Oh yeah, experiences. Right. So back in January, I mean, here's the mother of all experiences. I did not know that HO was a thing. AFX, Bauer, other providers obviously exist, but I did not know that HO was a scale. HO was a thing, and even actually how massively globally well-known and popular HO was. I just couldn't believe it, but that's an experience that I've had this year. I've learned that. Another great experience I had this year was going to Le Mans, not Le Mans in France, but going to Stratford-upon-Avon to Le Mans at Gary and Alex's place, Gary and Alex's event. It was out of this world. It was just completely mind-blowing. And what a great job. It was just an honor to be allowed to go there because it's a closed shop. It was an honor to see everyone and see how involved they are with their cars, how seriously they take it. One of the teams had a slow cooker. You all know I'm partial to cooking anyway. but they had a slow cooker. I'm genius. That's what they're talking about. They're going into nutrition kind of level on the details. If we're performing well, we're going to race well, the car's going to perform well, right to a cellular level of performance, car performance, track performance, personal performance. They've got it going on. So let's get this back up. Aid is in the house. He snuck in. Good morning, Aid. How you doing? Hi, Nan from Albert. Mum, Albert's in the house. And Wolf. Yeah, Rahul, I'd start building him now, mate. You'll probably be done by March. Head office. That's going to last forever, isn't it? I think, do you remember Marty had a non-schematic t-shirt? I think I need HO, it's a scale t-shirt or something ridiculous like that. I like it. Yeah, please lick it. I love it. Cheers, Albert and Wolf. Thank you. Please lick the subscribe button and click that bell. Happy New Year, Rich. How you doing, my man? Rich is in the house up in Wolverhampton. Yeah. I know, DK Moon. DK Moon is saying that HO is probably more popular than 32 and 25. I know. Where was I? I didn't even know until Travis said about HO. And I'm like, why do you keep talking about head office? We're here to talk about, you know, cars. Oh, staffs. Yeah, that is a great one. Staffs. That we've got to get there too. I'm going to have, you've given me an amazing idea, Dave at Slot Art. I'm going to have a new section on the merch store, which is this QR code here, everyone. I'm going to have a new section in the new year. I've got a couple of designs to do for Wolf Slot Car Club and Magnetic Racing. But once I've done those, it shouldn't take it long. I'm going to do a new section on comedy slot car clothes. So it'll be tongue-in-cheek humour. HO, it's a scale. Or staffs. Not staffs, staffs. And some other things that we trip over and come up with over the time. Because there are going to be some absolute genius ones. And we'll keep adding it to the comedy closet. Yeah, Gaz can tune. There you go. So you follow Gaz Skip's video on tuning a Scalextric car and knocked 2 seconds a lap off your BMW M3 E30. That's significant. That's not like two or 3 hundredths of a second. That's like 2 seconds. That's like a mega time. Well, funny you should so happen to mention this, Rob, AFX, look, read the writing. Coming soon, Copperhead UK. So get on board with that. There's another QR code for your QR code bank. Or go to their website, copper-head.co.uk. I can't show you the back because it's got his phone number on it. But what Rob did say, and I'm going to ask Rob, I'll give him a ring later and ask him if he wants to come on the show and talk about AFX. They are going to be bringing AFX to the UK. They are going to be stocking it. They are going to be supplying it. They are the AFX boys. copper-head.co.uk. Copper-head. So there you go. AFX is coming. And I got enough space just behind the set here to have an AFX track in my basement. I'm actually thinking of getting it on and doing it, but I'm not going to get it now. I think I've got way enough on my plate. So come the slot festival, might be looking for an AFX track. Okay, so experience. So, okay. Video scale, yeah, modeling, tuning. Okay, we covered that. Right, let's crack on to the next thing. Community, right, community. This is my number 2 thing. It should be number 1, you might think, but I'll get to number 1 in a minute. It's poignant and it kind of leads in number 2 and number 1, a little bit hybrid, but you know, we're amongst friends here. Talking of friends, there's 50 of us in the room. If you're liking what you see, go and smash the like button. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Hit the like button and subscribe. And if you think anyone else might get some value from this live stream, please share it. Oh, that would be the thing for 2024, sharing. Because sharing is caring is what I teach my kids. Unless you're looking at a Thunder slot and they are going nowhere near it because they are like £100 each. Woo! £100 for a car? That's 32 times smaller than the real deal. But this is it, mate. Number 2, community. I'd like to think we've built a really solid community here. Not only on Track Fans TV, but on Conquest Racing Club, on Area 51, on Home Racing World, on Marty's Two Lines Speedway, on Dan's Swan Valley Racing, on Matt's Patriot Games. Yes, so just making sure I got that right. A lot of people alive have started. 2023 has been the year of the stream. And I like it because, like in Ghostbusters, no one's crossing the streams. See what I did there? Until January, which is hours away. 3 hours for the Australians. I'm not even going to work it out for us. It's 15 hours for us. We are going on. But 2023 has been the year of the streams. There's a lot of live streams breaking out, channels popping up, and I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoyed doing this with you guys. Well, from what started as an experiment, literally an experiment in March, which was flip on the live stream while I'm building the doghouse and the rover, Scalextric rover. And a few people come on and they were watching me while I was having coffee and just doing a bit of modeling and chatting. And then a few more people come on, and then I thought, hang on a second, this has come a little bit more. I've started to sort of decorate the basement so it looked a little bit more filmy, like more studio-y. Then I got into getting the right equipment. And then by the time you knew it, it was sort of later on in the year, and we got a community. We literally I can find out what we need to know in this room any given week. And it's not so much just who's at the show, because, we got about 45 in the room at the moment. Thank you very much for staying with it, guys. Really enjoy your company. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Yeah, people are starting to define what they're really good at. So, we talked about this before. People naturally lean towards things that they're good at. So Rob Sale, really good at making shorts. Rahul, really good at making kind of feature movies because his videography skills are really good. That's where his passion is, and that's what comes across on those super cool videos he does. Green Monster nominee for the year. You got Travis and David who are doing the news bulletins. They're really cool. So, people have found their feet through 2023 and have found what they enjoy. It doesn't mean that other people can't do that, because you can do what you want, guys. You're doing it in your style. So there's a few of us who have talk shows, a bit different, but I get it because I like to chat, as you know. Exactly. So, Bauer. So all I have to say on the matter of community is thank you all very, very much for tuning in, socializing every week. I know you tune in to hook up with your mates in here as well, not just to come and see the show. The show is just a little cherry on the cake that if one of our partners walks in and says, what are you doing for 2 hours? We can say, we're learning about something because there's something on the screen that looks a bit slot car-y. But what we're really here to do is to hang out, unload, unwind, kick back and have some fun. That's what it's all about, Track Fans. It's all about having a bit of fun. Yeah, remember that, Daz. The first one. Awesome. So then what is number one? If community, which, is right up there for me and for you guys, what is number one? Okay, it's got to be a tall ass, right? Yeah, I tell you, Devil Dog's in the house. Have a happy new year, my friend. There you go. Oh, the fingers. Yes, mate, you couldn't have run that comment at the most perfect time. For me, the biggest highlight of the year, by a country mile, a horse's nose, a cat's whisker, whatever distance you want to put on it, for me, it is the friendships that I have made in this hobby. And the way I look at friendships, guys, is I say to myself, right, Pete, if slot cars finished today, no more slot cars, who would you still talk to? Who would you hear from and who would you call to keep in touch with, have chats? Because you got on with. It's not just about slot cars. You've built a real friendship on other matters and you've got some good friends. And I know for a fact that most of you in this chat today, Tara, Vince, Wildman, Rob Sale, Mark Petch, Daz Hall, Aid Rolf, Cozzy, Paul, Hubert, Nico, Rahul, Trav, you all talk to each other off screen. So you don't wait to come here every Sunday or once a fortnight for slot car shenanigans. You actually chat off screen as well. A lot of people are sort of saying, well, you know, I might want to speak to Mad Dad, but I don't know how to get a hold of him. Just talk to him. Just get here, Mad Dad, in the chat here. Get here, Mad Dad, how do I get hold of you? And he'll go, get over on Instagram or Facebook, send me a messenger, a direct message, and then I'll get you my number and we'll chat on WhatsApp. And that's how it starts. And that's how friendships begin. And I can tell you, I deliberated a lot on this, on what to have on this slide. I cannot fit the hundreds of friends that I've made for this industry, for this hobby this year alone. Like Dave Slotar said earlier, when you go to the swap meets and people come over and go, yo, what's the channel? Like I was humbled when I met Adam and his granddad, or his dad. No, Adam and his dad, sorry. Had to make friends and influence. There's two friends I've just lost. Adam come over and he's like, oh, Pete. I was like, yes, nice to meet you. He's like, Adam, and here's my dad. We watch you on the channel. We watch you on the show. I love it. I love the chat. Thank you so much for doing it. And we do rally, and I've got these 3 rally cars, these guys, and we've got the rally car, a track turning up in the week from Magnetic Think Scalextric, who have done them a custom build rally track. So, and you know, they're what I call the silent majority. So whilst you have a minority of us that are a circle of friends and we get on and we're in this chat together and it's regular contributors. So there's regular contributors, Tara, there's Slotar, there's Pat, there's Dick, there's Daz, there's Rob, there's whoever else it may be. There's maybe 10 of us to 15 of us that chat away all the time. Well, if you look at the numbers on the chat now, it's 46 in the room. So 15 of us are chatting. There's 30 people in the background watching it because they're too cool for school. You guys are the people that come over and say to me at the shows, nice to meet you, thanks for the show, and I really, you know, having a good time here. You guys, some of you guys that I've met that I haven't put on this slide here, some of the guys in the chat that I haven't put on this slide, like Daz and Rob and Aid. It's not I don't like you, it's just I haven't got enough space. So what I've done was I thought I would take people that have come on the show. Just that was criteria. And for other people that come on the show on the slide, it doesn't mean I don't like you. I love you all. I just had enough space, or else people are like this big and it's pointless. They're like a centimeter by a centimeter. So here you go. Oh, I'm really pleased I found the picture of Travis just about to digest this Scalextric model. We said to him, here, Travis, go over there and digest those new models for this year's Slot Car Festival. He didn't get the right end of the memo. Oh, no, I've been thrown. Dynamite has started to appear. Dynamite has appeared in the chat. It must be one of my nephews. So everyone in the slot car community, Bo says, were an enrichment on his life this year. I cannot name all, the list would be too long, but you know who you are. Thank you. So yeah, so Bo said, take a look around. Yep, well done, mate. I'll just say thanks to you guys. I've always said it, and I will say it some more, and I will say it again in the future, as too does Rahul and everyone else who does a topical talk show, current affairs show, whatever you want to call it. It's you guys that make it. Because quite frankly, I could actually come here and chat for 2 hours straight to myself, to a camera. It would not be a problem at all. So there's another thing. So we're about 10 minutes away from closing the show down. We're going to go for a 2 hour on the nail on this one. But there's been a few things that's happened this year that's really got the debate going, really got it going. And I'm pleased to say that I'm stepping up for the challenge. And I can't believe Dick isn't here for this. So we had the great debate, didn't we? What's the difference between Marmite and Vegemites? Okay, because I've never tried Vegemite. Now this, I know it's not. I know it's not. I know it's not. There you go. I know it's not terribly prim and proper. I know it's not slot correlated, but we must do the comparison. So I'm going to try it for my Australian friends live on Slot Car TV, Track Fans TV, and here's the testament. Listen, it's clicking as it opens. It's never been opened. Okay, so sniff test is, and if you're just tuned into this, you must be like, what the hell is this about? Okay, it smells fabulous. And a Vegemite, no, it doesn't smell as potent. So I've got myself a piece of vessel. So here we go, a bit of Marmite. I'm going to put the Marmite on this end. There we go. Now for the Vegemite. It's got a bit of a firmer consistency. Okay, so I'm going to spread it in the sort of thickness that right, you Australians, here we go. So, quick courtesy lick of the Marmite. Okay, got it going on. So for all the Australians, Vegemite. Woo! Oh, Aussie boys! I'm not throwing that like I normally would because I'll ruin my new set. Woo! Okay, so I've done it. I've broken my Vegemite cherry. There you go. Into 2024. I'm no longer a Vegemite virgin. I've done it. I like it. It's a keeper, everyone. So I'm going to have a proper go on it later. I've got the crumpets, so I'm going to get the crumpets on the go. Sorry about the noise. And now, well, I made Bristol. I made the toast before I started the show, so it's actually pretty solid. Right then, so many uplift all of us slot cars. Yeah, I mean this slot car community is second to none. absolute geniuses, because where else do you get just this stuff? Right, so we got some feedback from people who have done the taste test. Slotar says it's better than Marmite. Okay, well, we'll see. And Pat says that's how he rolls. Ah, yeah, well, well, funnily enough, I thought it was a bit pricey, the old Vegemite. It was like £8.50, but I'd needed to do it because it's a one-off gag. Turns out I've got 2 jars. So if you want one, Wilf, Albert, I'll send you a jar down if you fancy trying some Vegemite out. No, I won't starve, which is good because I'm a meat eater as well. Okay, so yes, so they're absolute genius here for me for making friends. I got a good feeling next year's going to be loads of new friends, just enhancing our brilliant relationships we've got going on with people out there at the moment. Fantastic. Just you guys are the best. I really am in a happy, content place right now, because I know that I've got a network of crazy slot car people to fall back on. So I think what we'll do is next week we'll do this feature next week, which is we'll look at what we expect to achieve, what we want, what we're going to do into the new year, because it's 2 hours deep. We've had a great chat this morning. It's been fluid this morning. I've had literally the least amount of slides I've had probably in the last 3 months, and done twice the amount of chatting from them. So we'll have a look at this. This is on your screen to have a think about in the week ahead. I like this, a little think about section. So think forward, think what you fancy, what you want to see. Do you want cars? Do you want tracks? Do you want racing? Do you want modeling? What is it? What's floating your boat? What's your big ticket item apart from the Datsun 510 that's coming out by everyone by the look of it? I know that Slot It, Polycar have launched it at Electric Dreams' Nationals race a couple of months ago. And I heard Wind, I think is it SCX or Scale Auto are also doing one. But what do you want? What's important to you? Are you more of a vintage custom fan? Are you more of like a Rahul, are you Mopar GT? Or you're fossil like me, you like your Brooklands, you like real old school stuff. What do you want? Sky's the limit. We've got Ian and Doug who tune into the show. They're here every week, live market research. Tell them what you want. Do you want the Shard? Do you want the Gherkin? Tell them. I'd love to see them make a Gherkin. Just because of the amount of curves on that building. As for Dave saying here, the Revo slot is only weeks away. Slot Car Wildman, thank you, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, look, here we go. He's pre-ordered that slot car, Thunderbird slot car. Which Thunderbird slot car, you're asking? This one in the bottom left-hand corner that Travis is about to swallow live. Swallow whole, even. So have a think about that for next week, guys. We're going to go on what do you want to see for the new year ahead. And if you're really at a loose end for what to get, guess what come out yesterday, everyone? I absolutely love it. Here's my copy. It's come through on the doormat yesterday. Slot Car Magazine is available now. The bi-monthly copy is out live. So if you want a hard copy like this, when you're at Pendle, filling up your basket next with your Christmas Pendle vouchers, pop one of these into it. I think it's a Lady Godiva. Hang on. That's anyone who's not in the UK. It's a £5, a Lady Godiva, a bluey. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Slot Car Magazine is out now. You can buy it digitally though. That's how a lot of people do get it. They go off of here. They go to slotcarmagazine.co.uk. Yeah. And they click buy and it goes straight into a PDF file into your email, and you're already ahead of the curve. You'll be ahead of me because I haven't even looked at this yet. So that is fantastic. Thank you for that, guys. All right then. So I'm gonna wrap this up 1 second. Now, next week's going to be important, right? Next week is important. Got to get this in here now before we carry on. Next week will be an hour and a half, a maximum hour and 45 minutes. Now, you know me, I'm not normally like restrictive on the time unless I'm going somewhere and I can't get there and do the show. My lad is joining the army. Well, he's joined the army. He leaves. I'm driving him up to the barracks on next Sunday. So next Sunday, 9:30, we're leaving. 3.5 hour journey up to Scalextric, which is just near Darlington, just outside Newcastle upon Tyne. And he is going to do his basic training. So he is going to be a GI Joshua. See what I did there? He never watches this, so I can say these things to him about him on here, knowing he'll never see it. But no, I'm very proud of him. Obviously very worried for him, but it's not to be worried about the army these days. It's a completely different engine than it was when I was in 30 years ago. So very proud of him, and you know, he'll be stepping up and serving us alongside other people in the hobby, like Guy from Slot Track Scenics is an active member of the RAF. These guys are protecting us, they're looking after us, they're doing a business, they're going getting the job done. And you know me, I'm big on military. I applaud them. Thank you for your service. If you're in the military and you're watching this, thank you very much, guys and girls, keeping us safe. You are literally my heroes. So then, all that's left to do is wish you a happy new year, everyone. Yes, 2024 is upon us. Get in there. Whatever you're doing, have a wicked time tonight. Stay safe. Be good.